Yeah.
Yeah.
Born ready.
Two guys from two worlds. This is the FlipSide. New episodes uploaded on
Go.
YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay and
Good,
Noel.
better.
Like that?
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Flip Side with Jay and Noel. Episode 64 up and running. How's it going? Look at a lot of different stuff going on today, huh?
Welcome, my English students.
We are now
This is
about to start a session.
this is the background that I was required to have when I was going to start doing like English teaching online.
Oh, was it
And
really?
Since, contrary to popular demand, contrary to what I wanted to do, which was like a bare background.
Yeah.
The rest of my constituents here, namely you and you, wanted to have it covered. So here we are. It's the best we could come up with today.
It's better though. The reason that is the reason is if you're watching something like your show or whatnot,
Doesn't matter.
Of course it
No.
matters.
I love it.
You
when it's all
know why
messy
it
and
matters?
dirty in the
Because you're the
background.
one yourself that's judging it.
I like to watch people that are just all natural. Just let it all hang
Oh,
out.
whatever.
Girls with the long armpit hair. It's like it's all natural. That's what it's all about.
Actually, that background would be a lot better. It would be fine. You know what kills it for me? It's the washer dryer.
The washing machine.
Yeah. I mean, with the wall with all the writing on it, yeah, that kills it for me. The wall with all the writing is fine. But the washing machine and then the laundry soap there, it just destroys it for me. I mean,
I felt
look at
like
this.
I was just lifting somebody's shirt up and showing her underwear.
Right. I mean, look at this. I got crap everywhere as well. I mean, if I actually turn this way or this way, look, there's pee pad on the floor for the pet.
For the dog. That's what I'm waiting for your dog to just come up and
He knows better.
let it all hang out.
Right. I mean, I don't really mind it. Actually, the wall that you had behind with all the writing, it's quite interesting. Everything from your right side, your shoulder,
Yeah.
all the way with the
Yeah.
washer, the laundry soap, plus the cat being up there. That was just too much.
was
Way
the
too
dog.
much.
That was the dog.
Oh, was that the
That was-
dog?
That was the dog.
How the hell did the dog get up there?
How did the hell did a cat get up that big? No, we
Well,
just
I
put
have
the
seen
dog up.
cats that big.
We just put the dog up on the washer a while ago, just to sort of, pet him and groom him and let
Yeah.
him feel like Mufasa in The Lion King.
The Lion King. Did you actually see the live version Lion King?
No,
That was pretty
No.
good. That was pretty good.
I think they had some performances here in Manila, but no, I didn't bother to.
No,
Didn't
not
bother
like
to
the
see it.
stage theater, the movie. The live
Wait,
animation, the movie, the actual movie in movie
Oh,
theaters.
Right. No, I didn't see that either. So there was one. It wasn't really like a big thing for me when it came out here.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Was
it
it a
did. It
big
was
thing
actually
there?
pretty good. I've been like also they had the Beauty and the Beast one. That one was pretty
kinda
good.
just went over my head. The one that I really stuck my neck out for was Aladdin. That was about it.
Yeah, that was a bummer for me. But I mean, I don't know. It's like when Robin Williams voice as the genie, it's hard to replace it. All of a sudden, you're seeing Will Smith.
Yeah, but it was obligation for me to see it actually.
Why? Oh, your son.
Yeah, no, not beyond my son being a fan of it because I influenced him,
Right.
but more because here I am claiming to be a fan of Aladdin back in the 90s or Robin Williams, and
It
then
was
when
a good movie, though. It was
when
a
it
good
comes out now, and it's sort of an obligation to reestablish my fandom,
movie. Yeah. Can you turn your volume up a little bit?
reestablish my fandom to the
There you go.
to the Aladdin alliance.
It
How's this
was
sound?
good though. When that movie came out, the cartoon, the movie,
Yeah.
it was like way past its I guess era. It was really good. I found it pretty entertaining. The live version, on the other hand, yeah, I'm okay with that. It killed it for me. I just couldn't see anybody else as the genie,
Yeah,
or at
it
least Will
has to
Smith
be
didn't work out for me.
referencing way back to it, and then like knowing like all the sort of intricate details of the story and how much they cut out, and yeah,
Yeah,
whatever. But
yeah,
like I said, it's like being a fan of Lea Salonga. Like
yeah.
whether they do something bad or not, you're still you're just gonna go for it. Just
Right.
establish a true alliance blindly. It's just blind loyalty.
One of the Disney movies, I think the best one that they did, where from animation to um, live animation, the movie itself with real
Mm,
actors. I think Beauty and the Beast was the best rendition that they had. Because I have to admit, when I
mm,
watched the original animation cartoon back then, the movie, I was very entertained by it. I loved it. I loved the music. It was good. The visual effects, it catches your eye. And then when they made the live animation, I have to admit, I was quite entertained. you know,
didn't even hit my radar. So
yeah,
I wasn't even. Hold on. Can I just get this one out of the way, please?
yeah,
This is so not me. Can I just
yeah.
say that? I really would rather show the washing machine and the dirty writing on the wall and all that. What's going on? Something's going on with on our TikTok because
What's going on?
let me see. Subscribe to continue watching and enjoy the host's perks. So you're not subscribed.
Yeah, but may bayad, 299.
$2.99
What?
for what?
Yeah.
Nico gets. Can you get a microphone so we can hear you?
299.
$2.99 for what? For what?
Oh, you know what? That was my fault. That
You're
was
charging
my fault.
people now to watch our lives?
No, 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 no. Hell no.
Live again.
Let me take it out of live real quick and TikTok and double check that. I pressed a button in regards to subscription.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Oh,
And it's charging people to watch the live?
yeah. Why is it doing that? Is that normal?
Ah.
Hindi namin makikita lahat.
I don't know about it being normal, but it's like OnlyFans.
No, kahit naka-fans kami sa hindi namin makikita.
Even if we were, Yatin is saying that even if we're fans following you,
They can't see it.
still can't see it. You still need to pay to be able to watch the live.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Well, I'm
Maybe I
curious,
set it up wrong.
does that $2.99 go to his account or does it go to TikTok?
This account.
That
Also,
goes
he
to
gets
the,
paid for it. Oh, it's
that goes to the
interesting.
TikTok, but I don't even know how that works.
No, but you would be getting paid for it for your
Me?
viewers. Yeah, according to her.
No, the show would be getting paid for it, basically.
Yeah, you, the account owner would be getting paid for it. Not. I was just wondering if it goes to TikTok.
I know we got paid for the lives that we did, but it's very, very minuscule. There's like a couple of dollars in the our show TikTok account.
Oh, let's put
It's
that on the
revenue,
college
baby.
fund.
Huh?
Let's put that on the college fund.
No. We're building that up to see if we can how do you turn it off?
Setting.
Settings.
Okay.
I don't know. You guys wanna
You can mag-live ka ulit. Try mo ulit.
take
Okay.
out going live?
Oo.
I am out. Now I'm getting back on. Ask her to take a look at it.
To look at what? To look at
I'm on live again.
O saan ang mic?
there's no. I think it's here. There's still a wire attached to it. How do I? I'm looking at the account now. I don't see any.
I'm live right now on the
Oh,
account.
there. Okay. It just refreshed.
Yeah. Are they able to take a look?
Oh, there you go. I can see your nostrils.
Nice. Nice. Hey guys, sorry about getting out there. I did something stupid where I pressed the subscription button. That was my fault. Sorry. Listen, we're recording right now again for the podcast. Go to youtube.com, the flip side at Jay Noel. Jay with Jay and Noel. I'm sorry, the flip side with Jay and Noel. Or if you want to join the live now, just hit request here on TikTok, and I'll let you guys get in. I'll let you in. We can have as many people as we want, and you guys can comment and let me know if you guys want to talk about something. That'd be cool. Hey, Jimmy Culpepper, how's it going? Oh, there you go. There, see, we got one request there. That's Christine, but don't worry. I mean, it's not really her. It's my co-host.
She was trying to tell me that there's this new thing now where all the stuff that we're saying, I think, gets
Transcribed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to join the live right now so that we can do a recording as well, just hit request and we'll get you on. All right.
Everybody who's doing professional transcription in the world just are about to lose their jobs.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, now that you could do that, right? Like
yeah.
Maybe court reporters and all that.
Right. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Disney thing. It's like the live animation movies and whatnot being switched over from the like the Little Mermaid came out a few months ago.
Oh, did they come up with that too?
Yeah, live animation. It's actually so far my son bought it for my daughter. So it's just sitting in the queue in Amazon Prime Video, but I haven't had the chance to look at it yet. So far, from what I've seen, it looks pretty decent. I don't know. I haven't finished it yet. I'm going to finish the movie today. Take a look at it.
Oh, yeah. Trailer came out 4 months ago.
Yeah, it came out already. It's 2-3 months ago, and now it's on Amazon Prime. We just bought it.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the worst, like I said, the worst one, which is kind of disappointing in regards to Disney movies and then switching it over to live animation, was really the Aladdin. That was that was such a downgrade for me, and I think it's all Robin Williams' fault. I'm sorry. I know he's passed on and whatnot. It's hard once you hear that voice as a certain character and it works. It's hard.
Sorry, I got startled there. I played the Little Mermaid trailer, and I was like, I don't know if you remember the first few seconds of it. Like, there are these guys on the boat. Yeah. Whoa.
That's a good angle for your TikTok, by the way.
Thank you.
Looks legit. I can see it through your glasses.
It's one of these things where, let's make the Little Mermaid. Why? It's been done already. Because we can.
But it's good. So far from what I've seen, it looked pretty decent. I'm hoping to finish the movie today. I haven't had the chance to finish it yet. Yeah.
How are you? No, it's on Amazon Prime. Is it?
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, you said?
Yeah. Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Eventually, after when any movies comes out to streaming here, it usually goes out to like Apple TV or Amazon Prime, right? After a few months, it's gonna go dispersed to like whatever studio is distributing it, like maybe Paramount or on their streaming site or HBO Max or Netflix,
And Netflix is not part of that?
No, because Netflix is before to be honest with you. Now, before they used to come out with a lot of movies, like big movies with big actors, right? That's when Netflix first came out. Now it's so sporadic. Maybe once in a month they'll come out with a huge movie with a huge actor in it.
Are they losing their,
like specifically only for Netflix?
Are they losing their hold on the market or what? What's happening?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes they are. I mean, it looks like they are because everybody's moving into the streaming. You know, I mean, when streaming services first came out, they're practically the first one, and they're only what do you call that? The only company that they go against up against is Hulu.
Yeah, they had a monopoly.
Yeah. Do you guys have Hulu back there?
Market. Yeah, we do, but it's probably just not as popular. Wait, what are you doing? What? Gosh, I forgot to turn on the stopwatch.
That's okay.
But whatever.
So Hulu here is big. See, one of the things that's getting Hulu is more like with TV shows and whatnot, you know, where you can actually, because I don't even know anybody that has regular cable now, you know.
Right.
And then with your subscription with Hulu, you can still watch all the shows that you would watch on TV, but your subscription could be skewed to meaning one with commercials or one without commercials. You know, because now, I don't know, to be honest with you, it's hard for me to watch anything with commercials in regards to shows like that. But on YouTube and all that stuff, I don't mind the commercials because they're short commercials. So like 1 minute commercial, you know, or ads. But on TV, it's like 2 or 3 minutes. So it's a long commercial break, and it's torture. Yeah. And it's about torture. A $3. No, it's about a $6 difference, I think, in subscription cost.
Oh, okay.
Because you could have like a Hulu subscription for like $6.99, I think, or $7.99, and that's with commercial breaks. But if you pay like, I think $14.99 or $13.99, then there's no commercials.
So you could. How does that work? I mean, there's two different types of subscriptions. There's paid and non-paid.
No, there's still
now.
Yeah, if you're looking at the paid one, you're not getting a lot of shows. Also, you're not getting all the seasons, basically. For example, if you're watching Hell's Kitchen and there's season 21, maybe you'll get the first 3 episodes for free, and everything else you have to subscribe.
I'm curious about the commercials, though. What do you mean by not having, or by having commercials? You can't skip over the commercials?
Correct. I mean, they'll play the first, I think, 10 seconds of the commercial, and then there's like a bubble that's going to come up at the lower corner that says skip, and then you can just skip. But you still have to watch for like a thing, maybe half of the commercial or whatever. And typically it's 2 minutes worth of commercials. And typically there's 2 commercials, one for 60 seconds each. At the second commercial is typically when you can start skipping the commercial, but you're practically forced to watch the first one. Now, there's also the one with no commercials. There's just no commercials at all. No, not even in between episodes. There's no commercial.
The ads on YouTube are like, I'm thinking like, if let's say I'm far away, I can't click the mouse and click that skip button, right? Like, it's just a quick commercial. Just let it play. It'll play after.
Right.
And I'm listening to it. It turns out it's like a music video or a totally different video that turns into an ad that's like 10 minutes or half an hour long. And I'm like,
Jesus,
that's not an ad anymore.
It's like a whole episode.
It's a whole episode. Like, yeah.
I don't know if I've actually seen something like that here, though. I don't think I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, nothing like that. I mean, I know what you're talking about, though, where it all of a sudden it switches over, because I know before they used to have it like that.
No, like, yeah, they still have a lot of that here. Like, imagine us
putting
ourselves in front of millions of viewers. Like
All of a
paying
sudden popping up.
all of a sudden popping up, and people are like, "What the hell are these guys talking about? Why is this in my feed?" They're just you're just gonna piss people off. But like, let's
Right.
say if I'm watching, let's say, I don't know, maybe a diving documentary or a video or a vlog about diving, I guess I wouldn't mind if I got like ads on diving or water sports or like
Mm,
a water sports or a water resistant watch or an underwater watch, kind
right.
of. But like all of a sudden, there's these two guys talking about the washing machine behind him. So I'm just saying that it's just
That's
the
the
ads could be welcome if
right.
they can sort of make it a little. There should be some kind of ad etiquette.
Well, no, here they cater to ads based on your searches. What happens on your search engines? You know what I mean? Like we
Mm,
always look at a lot of like right now. If I Googled today this morning. All right. I was looking at auto insurance. Okay. I was always shopping around for cheaper rates. I guarantee you, if I watch anything right now, something commercial that shows up is going to be
mm,
related to it. You know,
mm,
we also get a
mm.
lot of like Disney stuff in the commercials or whatever. Oh, and like travel, because we look at travel and based on where we live, we get a lot of Expedia, hotels.com as well that are commercials, and they cater to you here, anywhere where based on what you look at. And it's crazy how they do that. Yeah.
Let's segue towards the ocean right now. Speaking of Little Mermaid and you being in Virginia, right? And you mentioned a couple of
Yeah.
episodes ago that you're like within Virginia Beach,
It's about 4 hours away.
4 hours away.
Yeah.
So Virginia Beach, I heard recently from the news that there's like some restricted airspace around Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Are you familiar?
There's
Do you have an idea where I'm going with this
not really.
introduction?
Not really.
UFOs.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Have you been catching up with these guys on the this oversight hearing about what's that
So
smirk on your face?
it's funny. I'm telling you, it's because of the fact that we're online, our IP addresses intersect, right? Because I'm guessing that you're getting a lot of feeds as well in your on your pages, like YouTube pages or TikTok, about UFOs and whatnot.
oh
So it's a big thing that's going on here now as well. There's an entire court hearing about a whistleblower,
right.
about this guy and whatnot, and all these other places where apparently there's been UFO sightings.
Right. And what bothers me, or what I'm wondering about, is that we haven't talked about this since like the last time we were on. Apparently during one of our like recordings, one of our episodes, one of these things was happening. We should have been following them along. Is this what's your take on this? Are you following them? Are you interested? Not interested?
I did hear about that particular one in Virginia Beach, but what I've been actually following is this whistleblower case. How
Which is related to the
basically everything with the entire country, really, in regards to the UFO. And this guy actually works at that particular place, or used to, and basically just opened up a whole can of worms. One, is it legit? Two, is this guy scared for his life that he's opening up this can of worms? Because people do disappear apparently.
So did you not go through like the rabbit hole of finding out a little bit more about it, because you can't wait until the next hearing?
It's gotten me a little scared, to be honest. I don't want to like type stuff in regards to that as much as I want to and do the
Really?
research. And then all of a sudden, because of what I watch, they like, oh, this guy entered this, all of a sudden searching about this information on his search engine out of nowhere. And then next thing you know, Last time we saw him was maybe 2 days ago. It's kind of got me a little paranoid, to be honest with you, you know?
I know. You know what's getting me paranoid about it?
What?
Is that it turns into another, and this is the conspiracy theory rabbit hole that I went down on the past couple of days since the last time we had a recording, and I realized there was something going on that we didn't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I was losing myself catching up with these things, and basically, you know, in one of the narratives that's coming out is that we've known all of this. We've known all of these things that's happening all this time.
Right.
Now it's just a matter of how much of it are they actually going to admit that they do know. And what's scary, to cut a long story short, if I'm not explaining myself clearly here, is that it's going to be another like set of lockdowns, another set of like, you know, IDs and
yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. It's
because you might be an illegal alien, you know, war against the world kind of thing. If you're not part of humanity, you know, that they turn it into another negative narrative where it's going to be another reason for us to go to war against the aliens.
well, that's what they're trying to prevent, basically, or they're trying to protect, from what I understand. Okay, because I know what you're saying. They're doing that because of how people would react. You know,
Yeah.
all of that is, I mean, really, a lot of the things that we do normally is a reaction to something. So they're anticipating that. I mean, there's a lot of like cover-ups going on in regards to it that got basically opened up. Apparently there's been a lot of violence involved with it. Denials, like you just said. I don't know. I mean, do you actually buy this? Do you believe it?
Believe what?
That it exists, that they've seen something, that they've caught something.
Why not?
That even that answer alone doesn't even give kind of comfort that you're actually comfortable with that answer.
What do you mean? No, I gosh, how do I say that? I don't like, I'm not the type that believes everything that's told to me by the media and the government. And you know, I like to think of myself as a critical thinker, although it's not very smart how I think sometimes. But like, I don't want to just take things hook, line, and sinker. I bet you they know more than what they're telling us they do know about. I bet. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean, do you think they said that back in the 30s, 40s, or 50s, where they actually found a UFO that's being hidden right now, that there was actually some biological proof of other existence and whatnot?
Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt.
What do you think there? What is your point, and what is your outlook on this? How do you think it's going to turn out?
Well, it's not to my credit. Again, I'm just looking for anything to latch onto and to believe, right? And one of the and I laugh about it like being a conspiracy theory and, you know, that kind of thing. But I to be honest with you, I tend to believe it.
Isn't it scary though? What if the possibility?
No, I'm not scared of the. Here's the funny thing to say: I'm not scared of the aliens. I'm scared of the human beings that are in charge of what's going on and how they're going to twist it around into saying that, oh, we got to go to war against the aliens, or that we're going to have to protect ourselves.
Right.
We're going to have to bring nuclear missiles to space to protect ourselves. It's like, what?
Yeah, it could be human error. Because what if these creatures or organisms are actually peaceful, you know?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we decide to open him up just to study him.
Yeah. And
that's
then there's
the scary part.
So the aliens is not the one that I'm worried about. It's the people that are in charge, which, you know, just a year ago or a couple of years ago, we put people in charge of, you know, of this global thing that happened to us. And
right.
at the end of it, we're like, oh, well, yeah, maybe we should have done that, but let's pretend like nothing happened. Moving along, moving along. Oh, there's aliens here. So now we're on to the next flavor of the month.
It's scary, though. I mean, it's like the last number of months, all these UFO sightings that I don't even know. At first, I'm like thinking to myself, to be quite honest with you, oh, it's fabricated, it's fake, it's CGI type of thing. But it's hard to tell. All these videos that are coming out, I can't even tell anymore which one's real, which ones are not. It's gotten to be so good. And then all of a sudden, this whistleblower guy just comes out of nowhere, just opens everything up.
It's so funny that I have this kind of background and we're talking about aliens. I'm not surprised about the technology, the aliens, other beings, whatever. I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to that. I'm more worried about the people,
right,
that are in charge of it. Like, how are they going to spin this around now to telling us to like stay home, don't go outside, stay home. The aliens might be coming.
Do you think though it could lead to? I mean, I think what they're trying to really anticipate is that it could be a violent thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Something there's more out. If there's one that they did catch, there's definitely more.
Because of course there's going to be another camp that's going to say, hey, of course we got to be, better safe than sorry. We have to be on the offense just in case something happens. But yeah, I'm not the one to speak to this, but last I understand, and again, this is like from all the stuff that I've been digging through. These are not really my own thoughts, but some of it were like, okay, so the war in Iran didn't work as well as we planned, and then so level up another notch. 9/11, oh, that didn't work. Another war, and then like, okay, what's our last card? Aliens.
Throw it in there
into the mix. Because and the last thing that I understood, the last thing that I watched, I'm still watching this documentary called the Cosmic Hoax.
Cosmic Hoax.
Yeah, it's an expo. I'll send you the link later if you're interested in that kind of thing, but I don't think you are. But basically, they're saying that there's this group of people, global elites that are, American government is as elite as it gets, but there's actually another outside one that nobody really knows about. That there's another sort of government that nobody knows about, and then something to the effect of that it started like even during like the Eisenhower days,
right?
Where basically the presidency just became, I think the word that they used was decapitated, like that. It's just a thing on the side, but there's the real thing that's going on is, what nobody talks or knows about.
Right.
And that's how you keep a secret, right? You don't tell anybody that you have a vault under your house. I mean, you don't talk about it.
Right.
When you have something like that. So anyway,
I mean, it's just like when they in relation to what you're saying, how supposedly there's a conspiracy, there's a theory as well that the astronauts that went to the moon, there's a whole lost recording apparently about a discussion about what's at the other side. I don't know if you heard about that.
No.
Where supposedly it's something darker. Well, it is dark. This is the dark side of the moon, to begin with. We don't see that side.
An alien colony or what?
I don't know. That's what they're saying. It's not really. They've never been clear on what's exactly being seen at the other side. And who's to say as well? There's like what three people that's seen it supposedly.
I don't have a hard opinion about it generally, but just all I'm saying is, my little 2 cents, my 2 centavos on this is really just to keep an open mind and don't believe in everything. Like, do your own due diligence. Like, lose yourself in the rabbit hole, so to speak. And
and that's the well, everybody's got their own opinion about it,
Yeah, whatever.
To me, it's a little bit my 2 cents in it. My final 2 cents in regards to this whole UFO thing is I still don't know. I gotta see hard evidence. That's it. And right now, what's being shown all over the internet or whatever, supposedly, it's even hard to tell what's real or fake.
I don't know if it's connected, but just to give you an idea, they were saying, okay, worldwide deaths for COVID is like this, and this is what's happening. It's like,
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, whether you believe it or not, there's also the saying, it was projected to be worse than the reality.
Yeah.
So it's another one of those things where it's like, okay, I don't know who to believe anymore. Whatevs. So I'm not surprised anymore. And then there's this thing about, mainstream media having this narrative, and then there's this conspiracy theories, and then you're like,
whatever. Everybody's got this thing with the whole media that's supposed to be being the powerful thing that's dictating everything. I'm like, whatever.
And my favorite was like in one of the comments in one of these conspiracy videos that I watch.
Right.
I don't know if they're conspiracy, but from Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm going down the rabbit hole of his stuff. What you call this? In one of the comments in one of the videos that I saw was like, meanwhile, I told my landlord about this, aliens and everything. And he says rent is still due at the end of the month.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, I'll keep my ear to the ground, listen to everything. Everything's entertaining and what, but I don't think there's like one truth from like one source. Like
Right.
That's what my grandfather used to tell me before. It's like, don't just read one newspaper, read all the newspapers, because you don't really know which one's telling the truth or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of it, just make up your own mind, I guess.
Right. Let's jump ship here. Let's switch over. I want to talk about this thing we were talking about earlier. Target versus Walmart.
There you go. Let's talk about something more.
Something that's a little bit more relatable.
Something that's within our backyard.
Right. So there's always been this big argument about what is better or which is better. Okay. Target versus Walmart. Here's how it is. In my household, we're split. To the votes that count, okay, there's 5 of us. The youngest one, Arya, her vote doesn't count in this. No, I take that back. It does count. I take that back. Because she already knows the difference between these two places. There's 5 of us. The male would much rather go to Walmart. The females would much rather go to Target.
Why so?
We don't care about. Well, no, I take it back. Well, Walmart is cheaper. Okay, it's a pretty big difference. For example, you'll find something at Target that's $5. They'll sell it $3 at Walmart. Okay, so we'll go there. But the crazy thing is, it's the exact same thing. What they sell at Walmart, at Target, they sell in Walmart. Okay. I don't know if you've been to a Walmart. It's night and day. If you walk into Target, it's bright, white tiles, bright light. The employees are all wearing khaki pants and red shirts and whatnot. Everything looks pretty organized from what it looks like, but it just looks clean. It looks organized, and plus they do have some nice stuff that they don't sell at Walmart. Like, for example, furniture, clothing.
At Target?
At Target. But everything else you can buy at Walmart.
Okay.
People are a little bit more relaxed. They're normal, so to speak, normal to society standards, meaning.
How's the interior design?
The interior design's not too bad. Like I said, it feels flowy when you walk into Target.
Okay. Compared
you walk
to
into
Walmart, which is what?
It's like gray floor, like bare gray floor, like a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of people. walking around with that employees walk around with their dark jeans and their blue Walmart vest. And I think the biggest difference is the people. The people that go to, like I said, the people that go to Walmart, that Target are normal via society standards. The people that go to Walmart, on the other hand, is a little bit questionable. You know, I mean, you'll see a whole lot of character on Walmart. Sometimes you'll see like half naked people walking around Walmart.
Let me ask you though, the number of Targets, is it the same number of Walmart there are?
I think so. Where there's a Walmart, guaranteed there's a Target.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Yeah. And I like, obviously, I think about the dollar figure. You know, I have to be a little, if I can get it cheaper somewhere else for the exact same thing, I'll get it somewhere else. Okay. Because there's no difference to it.
You'd really wait
Yeah.
until you get to the other side because you'll save $1.
Well, I wouldn't wait until I get to the other side. I'll just go to the other side. You know what I mean? Because we go to Target to buy, I wouldn't buy grocery stuff at Target. You know what I mean? It's just too expensive. I could spend $100 at Target, a grocery, and only get a handful of things, where I can get like a whole cart, half a cart full of things at Walmart.
So you got like all the work divided. So like groceries would be at Walmart. Clothes would be at Target, for example, or you know, it depends
Correct.
on what you're going to do.
It depends on what you're getting as well. You know, like baby stuff, I'd get it at Target. You know, like a diaper is cheaper at Target and whatnot. The wipes is just, they have nicer options or a cheaper price as well at Target. But at Walmart, they'll just like have all sorts of things in there, but it's cheaper. You know, you can get it at Walmart. I mean, at Target as well. But the grocery, for some reason, it's not that big of an option at Target. And if they do have the same one as they have at Walmart, it's pricier. Like I said,
You think they talk about these amongst themselves? So Walmart's like, okay, we're gonna do this. What are you guys going to do?
I don't know.
We'll paint the color. We'll paint the floor white. You guys go with gray. Oh, okay, that sounds right.
Right.
$3.99 for this one. Oh,
Right,
okay, we'll
right.
go for $4.99 for this. Yeah,
I
let's
think
confuse
really
the people a little bit.
the biggest difference really is the people, the customer, the clientele.
Mm,
You know,
the
like
ones that you
it's-
attract to go there.
yeah, like it's kind of, I gotta admit, Target is borderline. I wouldn't say bougie, okay, but it's borderline. You know, kind of like a lot of snotty people that goes into Target. You know, Walmart, on the other hand, I mean, there's just a whole lot of character that goes into Walmart. I'll tell you that much. There was just one time, I kid you not, it was a group of it was Halloween to begin with, Halloween week, and these people just walk in like almost half naked. Whatever. You're not going to see that at Target, you know. Also,
They're not
at
going to be
Walmart,
allowed in, or they're just not.
yeah, they're
going to
allowed
walk
in because they're
themselves
still
in there?
customers. There's actually a whole website that's dedicated to people of Walmart. Or if you Google it, Google people of Walmart. It's kind of
So it's a thing.
It's a thing. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. If you Google it, you will see a bunch of different
But you get-
characters in Walmart. Like,
You get that a lot in the not specific brand of a store like Walmart or Target, but here
Right.
like it's the mall. So it's the group of establishments, the group of brands.
right,
They're all like located in one specific
one specific
mall,
store.
and then it
Or
no, not specific stores, but the mall itself.
Yeah.
So it attracts a certain kind of people that like to go there. Yeah. And it's funny because we were
go ahead.
talking about Mall of Asia a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, that's just kind of the same thing. Like not a lot of people, I think, go to Mall of Asia, for example.
Mhm.
Like you'd probably end up going to what's nearest your house. But the
Right.
people that end up going to Mall of Asia, for example, I think, in my impression, are the people that really want to go out and get some air and are treating like going to the mall as if it was going to on a vacation kind of feeling, because it's right beside the ocean. So the people that go there are not going to go there because they're going to spend. Of course, some of them actually do spend, but the majority of the people that go to Mall of Asia, in my opinion, are the people that are not going to go shopping. It's the people that want to get some fresh air.
Right. Just to get out. Yeah.
And as opposed to, for example, Mega Mall, people just want to go there, do their thing, spend their money, and they're really going there to spend their money and then leave. Get the hell out of there. So they're
Right.
there for like half an hour, and then they're gone. But they spend their money. Mall of Asia, they'll be there for like 5-6 hours, but they don't spend a dime. That's my opinion.
Mall of Asia is a destination place, though. The shops are just there because it's there, hoping that people would go in. It's a destination place. MOA is a destination place.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's the difference there. There's a going back to this whole Walmart and Target thing. There's a whole Instagram page, TikTok page, Facebook page of people of Walmart dedicated to different types of people. And it's the funniest thing sometimes, and there's this one time, the craziest thing that I've seen at Walmart, and I'm not kidding about this, in Sterling, not too far from here. It's the one that I go to most of the time. I was walking in. I went there to buy. What did I go buy? Oh, I wanted to buy some eggs and some juices and stuff. I turned the corner. I go all the way to the back where the dairy products are. I turn the corner to the left, and I kid you not, there's just this girl standing there looking at some dairy products as well, wearing a red T-shirt with the swastika sign in it. And I'm like, dude, I know this country is free and whatnot with the whole freedom of speech thing, but common sense. I mean, you know what I mean? You're going to walk around with that. And you're only going to see that at Walmart.
Sama-sama na lahat.
That's practically the worst thing I've ever seen in that place. I've also seen a mom walking around. She was
just standing there, not doing anything, just.
Well, I mean, she was picking up something at a dairy, looking at some dairy products, but she was wearing a swastika shirt, a red shirt with a swastika thing on it. And I was just like, that's unbelievable. I've never seen that. Obviously, it's a young kid, but how stupid are you to wear that? What's even the bigger question there is, how stupid is the parents to let your kid, not tell your kid anything about it? Unless,
Right. What was the
I've also
other one?
seen one time a mom, those backpacks with the leash for the kids? Right? Mom holding it, standing there looking at stuff while the kid was literally on the ground like a dog.
Crawling.
Just crawling. And it just looks like the mom was putting her kid for a walk with a leash. And I was like, no way. Come on. I mean, you can't just let that happen. It looks like your kid is a dog.
Right.
I know some people just don't care about it, or I'm sounding like I'm kind of like being a complaining person, but
yeah,
I mean, it's just too much for me sometimes, But I just put some blockers on when I walk into Walmart because it's just cheaper, for the exact same thing.
Mind your own business.
I'll mind my own business type of thing, and then I'll just grab what I need and head on out.
Right. Just keep that in mind. Like, okay, the stuff that I'm in here, I don't like it, but I'm paying for something cheaper.
Right.
So that's the price that I have to pay.
Right. And the money that I save by going to Walmart, I'm going to use that to go to places that we want to go to.
Or the money that you save, that's what they use to keep your mouth shut. Like, don't say anything. What's this?
Walmart here.
Is there a Walmart here in the Philippines?
Walter and White Satin.
Walter Mart. Here that we call it Walter Mart.
Walter Mart?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's a Philippines. I mean, a Walmart.
Same pa rin. Same siya ng SNR, Landers.
Yeah, same. They just changed the name. So Walter Mart, stylized as Walter Mart, like one word. I'll read off what she found here. Is a Filipino chain of community shopping malls located in Metro Manila Central and Southern Luzon. The chain operates its anchor stores that include Walter Mart, supermarket, Walter Mart cinema, blah 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 blah. But the question was, what is Walmart called in the Philippines? That's what popped up. Walter Mart.
Yeah.
No, there's
So they
actually
just-
a Walmart in the Philippines, according to the website.
There is?
Yeah.
I think no.
Walmart, it opened in 2019, I think.
Mm.
No, 2020. American-owned retail store is in the Philippines. Wow.
know what they
BGC,
said.
dude.
You can find everything online.
It's in BGC, close to you.
Okay. Is that the only one? There's only one Walmart.
Oh, no, I don't know, but there's one in BGC. But I don't know if that's the only one.
I think, ano na yun eh, nabago na yun. South,
Taguig, 1634 Taguig.
wala na Walmart doon.
No more.
No more na, ano na siya, Makati.
Oh. Yeah, but there is a Walter Mart in Makati. That's a different one.
That's
Yeah, it's a different brand. I just saw it on Google. Basically, it's just another. It's like, copying Walmart.
Hindi pa nakita yung Walmart.
Does Asia have Walmart? Walmart opened its Asian regional headquarters in Hong Kong last month, like 2023? Last month to oversee its operations in India, China, and Japan. The company runs 394 Seiyu stores in Japan and over 200 stores in China. Walmart grows Asian presence article. When was this published? But beyond these shopping malls, what do you call these guys? Target
Retail
and Walmart.
stores.
Retail stores like this?
Same idea
Yeah.
ng SNR and Landers.
Same idea. Just
There's
was an
also
article
a Target in the Philippines, in Santa Rosa. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. That's even closer here. Santa Rosa is even closer here. We're in Las
Oh, is it
Piñas
really?
compared to BGC, I think. Yeah.
Right.
But this article that I was reading that they opened in Hong Kong was a 2008 article. So that was more than 10 years ago. But listen, you know what this all sort of reminds me of? The gas stations here in the Philippines.
What do you mean?
I noticed that if you go north or south, Luzon,
Yeah.
there are areas that are dominated by a specific gas station area.
Hmm.
Yun lang. I just wanted to add that into the mix. That's why I was saying, like, do they talk about these things? Like, okay, we're going to
Right.
dominate this side of the Luzon, and then you guys are going to dominate that side of Luzon, and then
Right.
we're going to, it's not like a 7-Eleven where they just pop up anywhere. These ones, these big guys, parang they kind of sound like they're, sort
Sorry.
of.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yesterday was kind of a shocker to me as well. So I took my wife and kids, my girls, to the mall yesterday. For the very first time in my life, I saw a closed 7-Eleven.
Closed?
Never seen it ever. Never seen a closed 7-Eleven unless it's either being built or shut down. But a 7-Eleven that just closed for no reason, it's just right there in the middle of the mall. There's a 7-Eleven inside the mall that's always open. Okay.
24/7?
Well, I don't know if it's 24/7, but every time we're there, it's open. So to me, that kind of counts because it's a mall. But I walked up to it yesterday to try to buy some Red Bull or something, and it's closed. I'm like, you guys are 7-Eleven. The whole 7-Eleven is 24/7. Because
Okay.
we're doing inventory.
That's
was like,
unusual.
Yeah, in the middle of the day, you're deciding to do inventory, so you shut down your 7-Eleven on the busiest day of the week. Don't
Maybe
make sense to
backlog.
me,
Does it offend you?
I was a little annoyed because I wanted my Red Bull. I was sleepy walking around the mall, following my girls around.
Yeah.
I needed something to wake me up. And I didn't want to spend $7 for fucking coffee when I can buy a Red Bull for $3.29. Sorry. That's what that is. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, nothing important. But yeah, it's like nothing. I don't know if I'm even being nihilistic about this whole like it doesn't matter, I'm not surprised about anything anymore. Whether we were talking about UFOs or Walmart and Target or 7-Eleven that's closed, I'm like, nothing surprises me anymore, man. And I don't mean that to sound like negative, but I'm just.
I don't think it's being negative. It's more like you're just whatever.
Yeah, it's like background, no background. It's like,
yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned before we started recording that it reminded you of what we did back in high school when we did that, news report on Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
We didn't have a background, so we were just like, I just put a white bed sheet back there. It's kind of maybe full circle in a sense that screw it, whatever. At the end of the day, we just go back to the beginning.
Yeah. Can we dive into that a little bit?
About what?
About that whole mentality of like just whatever. Are you okay diving into that or no? It's an issue that I'm kind of like. It's an issue that we're trying to deal with our son. The whole whatever mentality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I was worried there for a second if I was going to be the one that's in the hot seat. But if it's your son and that's in the hot seat, by all means, let's talk about him.
It involves you, obviously, since you have the same mentality. It's ridiculous.
No,
doesn't that?
I don't think so. Probably not. Tell me what kind of mentality he's talking about. We're using the same words, but I don't think.
No. It's more like you. What happens is so. The mentality of whatever. Okay, people say that whatever they don't care, yada yada. Oh yeah, whatever. But the reality of the reality of things is you care. Everybody cares, no matter what. If you don't think that it's gonna matter, you're probably lying to yourself because really it does matter to you, right? It could be about the littlest thing because that's where it starts, though. If you're just gonna say whatever to the littlest things, the most of the big things you're barely gonna consider. That's just human nature. Do you agree or no? I see that now. It's making you look back and like shit. Maybe it makes sense a little bit.
No, I see your point, but on the other side of that, I'm thinking choosing my battles here. Like I don't have to like prove my point to every single like background, no background.
No, I understand.
But for me, it's like you're really putting a lot of effort into that.
But what's wrong with putting effort?
What's wrong with not?
That's like a question that's just leading to disaster now. I mean, what do you mean? What's wrong with not? Don't you want to put some kind of standard within yourself?
No. The standard is the stuff that we're like, for example, for me, like you were joking about it a while ago. Like, don't you want to no, for me, if I was watching somebody like with a white background like this, covering something up like that, I'd be like, what is he covering? Why don't they just show it?
Right.
So for some people, it's an insult that you're trying to cover something that's obviously something back there.
Right.
But for some people, they're like, oh, it's such a nice thing that they covered it so that I don't see the washing machine back there.
Yeah.
I
don't care about the wall. The washing machine is what gets to me.
So it's another one of those things where it doesn't matter because you can't really please everybody. It's just a matter of like, what are you really?
Yeah, I think that's different though.
We could be talking about two different things with you and your with your son, because the opposite end of what I could be talking about, let's say with your son, if I just try to empathize with him, it's like maybe he doesn't feel like he has any say on anything. It's just like, what do I care? Doesn't matter. I don't have an opinion because you're not going to be listening to me anyway. That's the total opposite negative side of that. And I have barely scratched the surface on what we were talking about with your
Yeah, and
son.
then that makes actually, to be quite honest with you, it does make sense. They kind of opened up a little bit of question in my head. That
But-
last statement that you did.
Where I think it sort of crisscrosses with him saying doesn't matter and then me saying it doesn't matter. It's like maybe we're both just like choosing our battles. But if you force me to take engineering in college,
No, I mean, obviously,
but I wanna
that's not
take
something that we're
something
trying
else.
to. We're not never trying to push anything. But on the simpler things, I believe that on the simpler things that we do in life teaches us about the bigger aspect of things. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know we're choosing our battles, right? I agree with you there. Maybe, but if you're just having that kind of attitude just because you don't want to deal with it, that's a different story.
right?
It shows
right.
it shows a lot about your character, and it teaches
Right.
you about how you're gonna. It tells me about how you're gonna handle bigger situations. You see what I'm saying there?
True. I can see where you're worried. But
Yeah.
there's also this thing, let's say with your, again, trying to put the spotlight on your son and not me. But you know what I would be worried about would be like, hey, aren't you going to be, waking up today because I don't know, there's this workout thing that you had planned.
Right.
It doesn't matter. That's when I would start raising an eyebrow and start worrying. But
Well,
if
that's
it's
what
like,
happens all the time.
But if it's like curly fries or salted fries or ketchup, it doesn't matter. Then
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously, in little stuff like that, it doesn't. But in stuff that should be simple for you, like for example, okay, like for you, example, when you have so the background whole thing, right? Yes, I admit that's my
Preference.
now see that's the thing
Pet-
there that it's hard for me to put it into aspect because oh shit,
Pet
something got in my
peeve.
eye. Hold on. My contact lens just moved. Hold on, people. My contacts has moved. Oh crap.
Oh no.
I can't see. It's everything's so blurry.
Oh no. Let's all watch Jason touch his eyeball.
There you go. It's back. Half of it went to the side of my eyeball.
Oh,
Oh, that
man.
was weird.
At least to the side. The worst thing that's happened to me ever before was when it goes into the eyelid.
Yeah, it gets stuck in there.
And I try to get a whole finger in there just to get the.
Oh. Anyway,
Give me an
Um,
example of what your son has that's pissed you off about what he doesn't care about.
it like for example,
I'm curious. Hey,
Can't really help.
your car the ignition doesn't start. Doesn't matter.
like for example, like keeping your car clean. You know what I mean? What's worse is to me having a car is like having a responsibility. But if you're not paying for your car or the car was given to you, it's a little bit of like you got to show some kind of like I guess it's my point of view as well. The way I see it, if somebody gives me something that's worth a lot, I'm gonna take care of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my way of like showing appreciation for the thing.
Did you communicate that with the little
Absolutely.
guy?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's different, I mean, sometimes you
Sounds
just
like
got to
you-
pick your battles, but sometimes it's just frustrating because it's
Sounds
the
like you guys need
simple
to go
thing.
to-
It's teaching responsibility.
Sounds like you guys need to go to Target together. Just the two men. Two boys.
I'm really getting sick and tired of that place, by the way. Every time we go there, here is my biggest problem with Target. We're jumping back and forth here, but we're going back to Target, okay? There's a couple of things. One, go into Target for specific things. But for some freaking reason, always walking out with more than you're supposed to go in there for.
They got
Okay.
you.
I go in there thinking I'm going to spend $30 on some stupid T-shirt or whatever or some cleaning products that's needed. $120 later, you're leaving. It's insane, and it pisses me off. Okay, my wife would go into Target, and she loves this place. Well, I'm not going to use my wife as an example. My daughters, both of them,
But
they're going to go
that-
in there just tagging along with us. And then they come out with more stuff than us, some more expensive stuff,
That's why the lighting is so much better, so you could see everything else that's going on, and it attracts your attention.
It's
Walmart,
insane, though.
For the shady people, it's darker, so you can be more focused on what you're going to be buying.
Right, just in and out type of thing.
Nobody-
Supposedly.
And the underlying subliminal message there, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. It doesn't matter who you are when you walk into Walmart.
Nobody
We
can
don't
see
really
you.
care. Nobody can see you. We don't have a spotlight shining on you to get to make you feel all self-conscious and everything. We turn the lights down here because what matters is what you're spending for. We welcome anybody that walks in here. It's all subliminal messaging.
That's probably what that is. It's insane. Spend too much freaking money at Target. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. Well, I'm at fault there too because whatever. No, it doesn't matter what I say when it comes to these freaking women here. It's hard for me to say no. So whatever.
So how's it going with your son? Like with him not caring for stuff, like he doesn't care to what?
He's just too lazy. Too lazy. That's it. It's annoying.
Baka sa Tagalog, baka may pinagdadaanan.
Wala. Tamad lang talaga. Tamad. You know mga diferensya ng bata dito tsaka bata dyan? Mga bata dito, ang mga bata dito, ang respeto nila ay parang selected.
Mm.
You know what I mean? At saka, kung gumalaw ang mga bata dito, mainly, purpose para sa kanila lang talaga. You know? If it's not gonna benefit them or if it's not for them, they're not gonna move. Ang mga bata sa Pilipinas, at the difference, habang pinapalaki, tinuturuan ng diferensya ng tama at mali. At ang respeto kung saan-saan dumadalo. Okay?
Wow.
And
Hold on. I think my nose is bleeding.
pag gumalaw ang mga bata sa Pilipinas, okay? Hindi lang tungkol para sa kanila. Okay? Para din sa iba. Meaning, may kusang galaw, if that's the right word, I'm not really sure. May kusang galaw para tumulong sa iba. May kusang purpose para makatulong sa iba. Hindi tulad dito. Most of the time, ang mga bata dito, I'm not saying everybody, but most of the time, from my experience din ba, it's all about personal gain. Ang bata sa Pilipinas, pag dumaan sa bahay, sa kusina, makita ang basura puno, ano ang gagawin? Ilalabas. Itatapon yung basura. Hindi ba?
Yeah.
Kinaramihan ng mga bata sa Pilipinas, ganon. At least sa experience ko. Dito, kailangan mo pang sabihin lahat. Kahit na sinabi mo na multiple times na it's better if you see something, why not just pick it up? You know what I mean? Dito, ang diferensya ng 5 years old and 10 years old, it's like a huge difference as a 10-year-old here and a 15-year-old here. It's insane. Ang bata na 7-year-old sa Pilipinas, marunong magsaing, marunong magluto ng bigas, marunong maglinis ng banyo, marunong magwalis.
Whoa. Slow down.
I'm just saying, man. It's annoying. Mga bata dito is tamad. Abwisit.
Is your son tamad?
All my kids are lazy.
Maybe your expectations are just
Yeah, I mean they're not. I mean they're lazy to an extent. but it's
You-
for the
you-
simple stuff, like mainly for their own stuff.
because
Like their
it's not
rooms.
important.
What do you mean it's
Were
not
you-
important?
Were you like that weren't you like that when you were their age?
No. No. We've been told when you wake up before you leave your freaking room, you fix your bed.
Exactly.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I don't know. Granted, now that I'm adult, now that I'm an adult, I'm at fault at it, to be honest with you. Okay. Now that I'm an adult, I don't really fix my bed all the time. I'll be honest with that. But when as a kid, the whole reason for teaching somebody to fix your bed as well before you get up, it's not because it just looks good. It teaches you some kind of responsibility. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. I'm just being like this snobby little
No comment.
Filipino guy in America because we're so shy, we're stateside.
No comment.
No comment. Bisa.
Whatever.
I think there's like a
Ah, you're trying to come up with like excuses now. Try to justify it.
no,
Aw.
but it sounds like there's like a missing conversation somewhere that needs to,
Now, the whole thing there is sometimes with kids, you can tell them so many times, but the bottom line is it's their decision, right? Which is fine. And for me, when I tell my kids, like certain things, about life lessons or daily lessons, so to speak, I just don't want them to end up growing up later on in life and like, oh shit, my dad told me that. I don't like that whole I told you so type of thing. Because we went through that. My wife and I went through hardships and all that stuff. We don't want our kids to go through that. And the best way for us to do that, to make sure, is for them to teach them that.
I heard somewhere that kids don't want to hear a lecture.
Nobody
But-
here wants to hear a lecture, not just kids.
I didn't hear the second part. How do you teach it? Like, for example, fixing your bed in the morning. How do you make that happen without you lecturing them about how it's better if you fix your
Here's the
bed in the
problem.
morning?
The first couple of times you tell them, you're telling them. But if you have to tell them more than multiple times, then obviously it's going to become a lecture. And then the problem there is it's only a lecture because you hear it multiple times.
So, as a
But why
guy that
is it-
has like 3 or 4 kids, or with varying ages,
Right.
how would you make them clean their bed or fix their bed in the morning?
What do you mean? How would you? You would, like, I literally just said it. You tell them, you show them, and then you tell them, right? If you have to
Okay.
do it more than multiple times, obviously, then you're going to keep telling them, right? And that's when it turns
Okay.
out to be being nagging and all that stuff and lecturing. The first couple of times you're told to, or shown and told to do it, it's called teaching. Yes? Do you agree?
So you're saying that you would do it a few times with them until they're doing it themselves?
Initially, when we taught them how to do it, yes, you tell them and then you show
Uh-huh.
them how to do it. Yes? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's called teaching. Now,
Uh-huh.
after more than a handful of times of showing them and telling them,
Mhm.
obviously it's not teaching anymore. It's what? Lecturing.
Mhm.
And it turns out to be nagging and complaining.
Mhm.
Because as parents, it's our job to keep telling them until hopefully they learn. Sometimes they don't learn, sometimes they do learn. But it's
So
still
you're-
our job as parents to keep telling them.
You're still in the process of nagging right now.
No, whatever. I'm gonna nag forever. I don't care. Because it's how I'm gonna I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna keep nagging at my kids and telling them stuff because I wanna make sure that hopefully they remember stuff and like they're gonna be okay with it. Like, to be honest with you, with my son, for example, again, I'm gonna excuse him again. I tell him all the time. Okay. But I know when it comes to certain situations, he's gonna deal with it, thinking of it about it properly. You know what I mean?
You remind me of I remember reading
So I
somewhere
know I
that
did my job.
instead of, like, if you're teaching a 5-year-old to put their shoes or their lunchbox in the cupboard
Mm.
or their toys in the cupboard, you don't say put your toy or your shoes on the cupboard.
Mm.
Like, what you do is you grab their hands, you put their hand on the shoe,
Mm.
you help them lift the shoe up, and then like you guide their hands to putting their whatever
Yeah.
that item is into the cupboard. Like you don't like put your in the cupboard.
Right. S- Here's a good example. Okay. Sabihin na lang natin. Like, I know I tell my son all the time this and that. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the idea and the train of thought that you got to do things is already stuck in his head, which is great. You know,
You're already brainwashing him.
it's not brainwashing. It's allowing them to think properly,
Yeah,
to
think for
more
themselves.
open-minded, right? Because I know his work ethic. I know with his work ethic, it's awesome. So at least I know, hopefully, what I've done before or told him has kind of stuck for him to be able to realize that you got to do this, you got to work good, you work hard, yada, yada, yada. So at least I know I did my job. You know, even though I sound annoying and like I'm bitching all the time about it, but it relays to his work ethic, which is good. The bottom line is how he's going to relate and accept things and look at things and do things moving forward for his own benefit. I know his work ethic is amazing. So,
In
yeah.
other words, he's saying, I'll think about it. I hear what you're saying.
Probably,
Dad,
he
but,
was like, I'll do it later.
I'll do it later.
Anyway,
Good point.
good
I'll
point. Well,
say
I'll do it
good
later.
point, Dad. But I'll pin that. I'll park that here first. Okay, I'll come back to that when I'm ready for the lesson.
For me,
Right.
For me,
Hmm.
maganda yung ginagawa ni Jason. What if pumunta yung anak niya sa ibang bahay? At least, yung ano yan, tawagan yung binigay niyang ginagawa niya sa anak niya. Ano din sa, ano yan, tawagan?
At least your kid
It
will know how to
sticks.
fake it.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
wow.
faking it,
Hindi
it's natural.
nakakahiya dun sa
Yeah,
taong bibig.
meron siyang common sense na makipag
Makasalamuha.
what do you call that?
Makisalamuha.
What does that mean?
Pakikipagkapwa.
To
Yeah.
makibagay.
Yeah.
So at least he'll
Pakikisama.
pakikisama. At least he'll know
There
what
you
to do if he
Right.
needs to. If he stays at somebody's house,
Correct.
he'll know what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But when he
'Cause
goes back home,
It's whatever. Home will always be home, and it's whatever at home. That's why they are here. Okay. And I'll tell you this much. Even that's why we keep doing what we're doing as well, on how we deal with our kids and telling them stuff. Because when they're outside of here, they're very respectful and I guess nakikisama nga, or especially if they're at somebody's house. You know what I mean?
my kids picking up some bad words from YouTube, the streamers that he's watching and stuff.
Yeah.
And instead of me, washing his mouth with soap or slapping his face from bad words, I'm like, I tell him, that doesn't really sound good coming from a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like you can use those words on me, which I guess confuses him. Like you
Right.
can do those things, or like sometimes he flicks he calls it a turkey tap. He's at that height at that age right now that he goes like that with his hand and he hits me where it hurts.
Oh,
But-
see.
Anyway, I'm telling him, like you can use those things at me, or you can use those words because I'm your dad or whatever, and I can understand. But that doesn't sound right when you do it outside, okay?
Right.
And then
right.
it's up to you if you want people to think that you're like that as a kid. But
Pero nakakahiya sa
yeah, it's nakakahiya, but
Bastos yun, pag ganun.
Exactly.
bastos nga. But and I'm not tolerating it, but I'm trying to make him think like that he has a choice. Like, what are you going to do? Like he's already learned those words. I mean, I don't think I'm going to do him any good by
Mm.
further traumatizing or embarrassing him by washing his mouth with soap.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, as much as it hurts for me to hear him say bad words like that, I'm asking, like, do you have any other suggestions on how to like mold
Like for
behavior
example, in
without
regards
being
to in regards
abusive about it?
No, because we kind of pick it. Like for example, here's a good example with swearing. Swearing is something that's never going to be taken away from them. Everybody swears. That's just the nature of things. So by us telling them, fine, we know you swear. We know that you guys swear. We just don't want to hear it.
And the funny thing about my 9-year-old kid boy, sometimes he doesn't know that it's a bad word.
That's a difference too. You gotta tell them.
It's like he says it so casually, like, you know, I don't remember what he says. Like, I don't know, I'm going to beat your ass, for example.
Right.
Like, I don't think ass is a good word to use from a 9-year-old kid. Like,
No.
I don't know. I just tell him what were you saying? Sorry to cut you
like,
off, but yeah, like sometimes he just doesn't know that he's using a bad word.
With the whole swearing thing, like I said, like we know our kids swear, even at the young age. We just don't want to hear it, right? Like, fine, if you're gonna hang out with your friends and cuss all the time, I don't give a fuck. but we don't want to hear it. We don't want it. We don't want it here at home. Okay, really? Did you catch it? Did you get it? Kill it. There you go.
No, sorry.
All right.
Not charging.
So by us telling them we don't want to hear it, it kind of like reaffirms them that, okay, maybe I shouldn't be swearing in front of older people or around older people or whatever, which they don't. You know what I mean? It kind of they put it into place. Like if they're with their friends, fine, just swear left and right, whatever. I don't care. But if they're with their cousins or aunts and uncles and whatnot, I don't hear them swearing. So.
I guess what we're saying is, as long as they're aware of it.
Correct.
As long as they know that it's a word that you don't use in front of mom.
Right.
Or sensitive, specific people that you're not supposed to. Yeah.
Correct. Understanding the difference of who you're dealing with is key to something like that. Because for the most parts, we can never tell them not to do anything. Because bottom line is, it's their decision. So the best thing that we can do is in place to them to know the difference of why we're telling them, or why we might not agree on it.
Circles back to the aliens, my friend.
Yeah, touche. All right. Well, I think we are all done for today. Thank you very much.
Walmart or Target. It's up to you. You decide.
It's up to you. You buy yourself your oil change for your UFOs at Walmart or Target. That's all good.
Oh, may dadagdag daw tong isang to. Bonus round.
Bonus round.
Mga nagko-comment dun sa Walmart Philippines. Wala naman daw talagang Walmart sa Philippines.
Wala talaga?
Wala.
May na-comment? What do you mean?
Nabasa ko dun sa hindi totoo yan, sa Amerika lang meron. Wala sa Pilipinas, talibot ko na Pilipinas, sabi ni nag-comment.
Wala
talaga. So mali itong Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ayun nga. You can find anything on the internet. Whatever it is that you believe in.
Yeah.
You can go down that rabbit hole and it'll feed you. It'll feed you whatever it is that you're looking for.
Pero same idea siya ng SNR and Landers. Yun ang marami dito.
No, wait. SNR and Landers. No, wait. I think magkalayo yata yun.
No. Same idea nung
Yeah. No. Pero Walmart is not like this warehouse looking thing, right? It still looks like Target, doesn't it?
Yeah. No. It does look like a Walmart, a warehouse.
Where wholesale.
Wholesale.
Diba?
Correct. Well, no. It's not just wholesale. No. It's not wholesale. See, why does it say that in the Philippines there is a Walmart?
Where?
I'm looking at it in Google. There's in BGC, there's a Walmart.
Wala, scam yan.
On Yelp, saying that there's a Quezon City, there's a Walmart.
No, walang Walmart sa Philippines. Tingnan ko na.
Is this as elusive as the aliens? We're going to believe it because we can't even find the freaking Walmart in the Philippines.
Freaking Walmart is like hovering everywhere.
Walmart.
Anyway, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little bantering and complaining and whatnot that we talked about today.
Well, hold on. If it makes any sense, nothing seems to be coming up on Google Maps. There's Walmart, like WALL space MART, but not Walmart like the way it's spelled, the way you understand how it's spelled. So don't Google it. Like, look for it on Google Maps or Waze. So the Walter Mart is the closest one that's coming out.
2020, Walmart Philippines. Pagig.
I think baka nabago yan. Maybe pinalitan nila ng Walter
Baka
Mart.
sarado na. Maybe it's closed already.
Hindi. Pwede kasing nangyari. Yan yung sinuggest before, pas nabago ng binago nila ng name.
Yun nga, so nagbago ng isip.
Yeah.
Parang
Hindi
Change their
natuloy.
minds.
na-establish na tapos biglang change ng name.
It's possible.
Ah, okay. So there's no Walmart in the Philippines. What they have are super centers. Okay. It's like a Sam's Club.
Well, what is it called?
Science Club.
Sam's Club. I
No.
don't know. First Filipino Walmart opened 1997 in Caloocan, Metro Manila. Whatever.
Okay.
You know what? That's going to be the mystery here. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Guy. We're going to take a look at. Well, I'm going to give you a definite answer in the next episode if there's an actual Walmart in the Philippines or not. We're both going to look at it, and we'll let you know. All right. We're all set. Thank you very much for joining us again. Episode 64 over. Next episode is Wednesday. Same time, same place. Again, this is the Flip Side with Jay Noel. My name is Jay.
Name's Noel.
Catch you guys later.
On the flip side.
Who?
You can catch the full episodes on youtube.com at The Flip Side with Jay and Noel. Full episodes uploaded every Wednesdays and Saturdays.